It's another beautiful night in San Diego. Trolley runs right by the ballpark here. So hop on, hop off, come into the ballpark. You've got Harper fans. Padres have some Hall of Famers in their tradition here. And it's another great night for baseball. Game 2 at Petco Park. Bob and FP, welcome, late night viewers. We hope you stayed with us all night last night, because if you didn't, you missed some raking by Matt Adams. You know, FP, sometimes you don't know how good a guy is until you watch him play every day for a while. This guy's passing all those tests.
And sometimes as a player, you don't know how good you are until you play every day. So Matt Adams is getting a chance to play every day, and he's taking full advantage of the opportunity. They're going to find a place for him to play. A lefty going tonight. So Matt Adams in the lineup once again. Last 11 games just off the chart. 16 for 38, 421, 8 home runs. 19 RBI, 13 runs scored. He joins Bryce Harper and Ryan Zimmerman as the only players in Nats history to hit 7 home runs in 7 games. He's even doing it with a glove on defense. Matt Adams is doing it all. We're enjoying watching him play, and what a sign by Mike Rizzo. He's been fantastic.
Yeah, and giving the Nats a badly needed boost with some big left-handed bats out of the lineup. Of course, Murphy and Adam Eaton come to mind. Now, pitching is the name of the game, because that's where it all starts. The Nats starters are keeping opponents really where they should be, so that it doesn't have to be a ton of offense. And Jeremy Hellickson, maybe he'll get a decision tonight if he can stick around for a while.
Yeah, we'll keep an eye on him if Dave Martinez lets him go through the third time in the order. But throwing a strike 72% of the time on the first pitch this year, that's the most in the major league. So he's pounding the strike zone. He's working quickly, throwing strikes, and we're looking forward to another good one from Jeremy here tonight.
Our late night baseball instructional videos continue with a former major leaguer and a guy who fantasizes about being one. So it's FP and Dan playing a little catch. They're going to talk about making some tags at second base.
18 errors in 7 years, okay? I know what I'm doing here.
Down. We've seen some middle infielders, Javi Baez comes to mind, in terms of really creative the way that he gets the ball down and how quickly he's able to get from glove to surface. What are the keys when it comes to getting a tag down on a runner trying to steal?
Well, the first key, number one, is getting to the base. So you have to, in your positioning, if you're covering the base on a steal, know that I'm close enough to the base to get there on time. If I'm scrambling to the base and I'm getting there late and the throw's coming at once and I'm doing all this at once, I'm not going to put a good tag down. So there's two schools of thought. Hold your ground, hold your ground, hold your ground, balls past the batter, then you go, or you just give up the hole. I was big on just giving up the hole and getting to the bag quick so I could pick an errant throw and make a good tag. A lot of guys will come up, boom, and then try to get to the bag, and it's the late one you see where I'm getting here and doing all this at once, I would just vacate my position. I wanted to get to the base on time, so I was here straddling the base and I'm waiting for the throw. So now if it's a bad hop, if it's a high throw, if it goes into the runner, I have a good athletic base to be able to change my position on the fly. But if I'm running and I'm out of control and it's a bad throw, there's a good chance that it goes into center field. So I always wanted to, at the very least, keep the runner at second, get there and use my body to keep it in front, make the tag, whatever. So, you know, that's number one. Number two, when you get to the base, there's a bunch of different ways to tag, and you'll see this mistake made at the highest level is guys will go like this to catch the baseball. So they'll catch it here and they'll come for the tag here. This distance between catching and the tag takes time.
The ball moves faster, right?
The ball moves faster than you can tag.
Sure.
So what you want to do ideally is get here on a perfect throw and just sit right here, catch a ball and go straight down.
Wait for it.
Wait for it. I mean, it's a common mistake kids make too, is they go out here, this takes time. And when it moves so fast at this level, and the higher levels you go, that little difference between here and here, me catching it here and going like this, or me letting the ball come to me and going straight down, is a difference in safer out.
Better get some pretty good throws on the catcher to throw these guys out. From Trey to Bryce, Michael A. The Nats have been running tremendously this year. 34 steals, leads the major leagues. Game 2, Nats at San Diego. Coming up. Bank, there's no better time to act than today. PNC, make today the day. Really nice view from straight up out of the Masson Mobile. Palm trees all over San Diego. Maybe Martinez getting Bryce all stretched out for this one. Okay, don't get anybody hurt. 63 degrees, clear skies. Who cares about the marine layer right now? It is fantastic. At Petco Park, the Nats are 6th in the league in hitting, 2nd to the Braves in runs, 1st in the National League now in home runs, and the steady Eddie of this whole lineup thing is Howie Kendrick, 286, and he puts the ball in play, hitting .326 his last 13 games. He's 8th in the league in extra base hits, and he's 2nd in doubles with 12. Note, Michael A. Taylor batting 9th, Wilmer Depot not starting tonight, and here's Clayton Richard, 34-year-old lefty, for the Padres, 1-4 against the Nats career.
6'5", 240, 34 years old. Last start on the 2nd against the Giants. 9-4 loss, allowed 7 runs, 6 earned on 8 hits over 4 innings. Threw 101 pitches in those 4 innings. Struck out 6 Giants, walked 4. So Bryce Harper trying to get this thing started. And has a manager ever gone on the disabled list before? I was worried about Dave Martinez there for a second, lifting Bryce up.
Yeah, lifting a guy who at times carries the entire team. Got a lot of guys carrying the weight right now, so they go into a shift. Freddie Galvis is way over by third base. Their third baseman, Villanueva, is out there by Roberto Ortiz, the second base umpire. So here's the lefty-lefty Richard Harper matchup. 7-10 here, and we are ready to go. in there right on time. Bryce, a walk last night, robbed of a couple of hits, hit the ball hard 3 times. And he wanted to bunt down the third baseline for a hit, but no way to handle that pitch way inside.
Still got it if he wants it.
After one pitch, Freddie Galvis got out of dodge.
He's up the middle. He's got the whole left side.
Richard career 62 and 72. 181st start tonight. 8th against the Nats. 12th appearance overall. And he throws the fastball by Bryce Harper to start the game.
Padres defense behind Richard, Cordero, Margot, Jankowski. The outfield, Galvis, Perella up the middle, Villanueva, Hosmer at the corners, and Rafi Lopez behind the plate.
Trey Turner, 330 his last 23 games. Hitting .324 on the road now. It's in the top 10 among National League hitters and guys who hit well away from home. Top 5 in hits. So there's that 23 game deal. Batting average up to .283, on base percentage 106 points higher. Busted bat up the middle. Galvis throwing on the run, close. Mike DeMiro makes the out call. Trey Turner does not show any sign of disputing that.
Pretty good hustle. Had a low strike called him. I think he felt he had to swing at that. I can't tell right there. Trey's too fast. Maybe this one will show us. Yeah, just got him by a hair. Good play by Freddie Galvis to unload that quick on the run. He sets himself. Trey's safe easily.
Next up, Anthony Rendon. A couple of rockets here last night. 2 for 4. 2 doubles, an RBI, 2 runs, and a walk. So Anthony 3 for 10 with 3 batted in since coming back. And against Richard career, 2 for 4 with a double.
They tried to raise Clayton Richards' release point this year and get him to elevate the fastball, but it wasn't working. So now they got him down low again, and they're just saying, hey, sink it and get ground balls.
He's come out here, and this one a strike thrower.
You know, the whole elevate the fastball to the new launch angle swing thing, he tried it. He got hit hard, so now he's back down with his release point, trying to work down the zone and just position your defense correctly for the ground ball. Hopefully the opponent doesn't lift the low fastball.
1-2, target in. Called strike 3 by Trip Gibson, the home plate umpire. And Rendon does not agree. 2 Ks to start for Clayton Richard. A little later. Right now, Hellickson goes to work against the Padres, 12th in the league in hitting, 11th in runs, 10th in homers. Franchi Cordero, last 10 games, hitting the ball well, 343. His on-base streak is 11 games. He's their cleanup guy right now with 6 homers and 15 batted in. Only 3 Padres, Jankowski, Hosmer, and Galvis, have faced Hellickson before.
6'1", 190, 31 years old, 5 2/3 shutout ball last start. We got a no decision against the Pirates. That was on the 3rd. Nats won that one 3-1. So 2-seam fastball, cutter, curveball change. The arsenal for Jeremy Hellickson. No decisions yet, but doing a nice job. 13 strikeouts versus just 4 walks. And like we said earlier, he throws a lot of first pitch strikes, the most in the big leagues. Maybe the Padres will come out hacking tonight. We'll see.
Well, Jankowski did last night. Base hit, first pitch by Strasburg. He takes that one for a strike. Travis is 8 for 23 in 8 games since his recall. He's done some good work for them in right field. We saw that last night.
Mets defense tonight behind Jeremy. There's your outfield: Adams, Taylor, Harper, Turner, Kendrick up the middle, Rendon, Zimmerman at the corners. Ryan back tonight. Pedro Severino behind the plate. There's Ryan. His 3 games with that muscle strain, diving after that ball at first. Soreness.
Yeah, Ryan said he really appreciates what Davey Martinez does for the guys. He was told he wouldn't play the first game here. He's back in there on Tuesday. And he said, I really appreciate it when the manager might hold me out for an extra day because he wants me to play for the next 3 weeks or more.
Well,
that means a lot to the guys.
Yeah, I talked to Davey in spring training about that. He said, you know, I'll talk to my guys and I'll say, hey, I'm giving you 2 days off, but the next 2 games, I need everything you got. That's great communication from a manager.
Hellickson breaks one down and in. 3-2 to his first batter. Nats staff 3.72, 6th lowest ERA in the league. Starters have been even better as well. We have chronicled that lately. Strike call. Jankowski tossed his bat, but for the wrong reason. He's out. 14th K by Hellickson in 21 1/3.
Well, early in this game, you can see that Trip Gibson is looking for strikes. Trey Turner got a low one called on him. Anthony Rendon had a fastball that was off the plate in for strike 3 called on him. And now Travis Jankowski gets a low strike called on him. So better be swinging tonight. Looks like Trip is looking for strikes.
Yeah, we're going to be old school for a little while. We're working on PitchCast, trying to get it up and running and effective tonight. So we'll just kind of watch the strike zone like we used to for a long, long time and see how hitters are reacting and how the umpire's looking at them. Eric Hosmer, 5 for 21 career against Hellickson. Longtime American League rivals. 1 RBI attached to those 5 hits. I mean, the guy just looks like he's playing catch. So 5 strikeouts, 3 walks in this matchup. Hosmer, bit of a mystery. 222 at home, 380 away from Petco Park.
That was nasty. Let's see it one more time. Watch the late movement here. Just looks like the curveball, short, tight, quick.
Shift on. Howie about 20 feet out into right field.
Another one. Yeah, the scoreboard doesn't have the velocity or the pitches either here, so I think they should stop the game. Because we don't know how fast he's throwing. We don't know if the umpire's making mistakes or not.
Yeah,
I can't believe they're playing.
How can we do without such vital information? Kind of have to judge it on our own tonight.
I like it.
There's a 2-2 with 1 out. 102 on the fastball. Overpowered Hosmer. Just kidding. Maybe 90-ish. And 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. with arguably, along with Hosmer, their best hitter coming up, Christian Villanueva. It's off to a pretty good start. 32 Major League at-bats into this year for the 26-year-old native of Guadalajara. Padres signed him as a minor league free agent December of 16. Been part of the Texas and Cub organizations.
Yeah, Rookie of the Month in April in the National League. You're looking at him right now.
Yeah, scuffling a bit for the first time this year, 2 for his last 18. A lot of power. He's hit 9 home runs, 7th most in the league.
He's hitting 400 against lefties and 188 against righties. Huge split. And his favorite player growing up was Vinny Castilla, who played 86 games with the Padres in 2006. Wait, I thought everything was broke and I could sneak one in.
Gold standard for pregame preparation, ladies and gentlemen. Breaking ball hanging a little bit, but he bounces it down to Rendon. And what a good first inning for both starters. Ryan Zimmerman back in the lineup, straight ahead. No score after 1 in San Diego.
Old true moment later in the ball game. Could it be Matt Adams again tonight? We'll see.
Why not? Batting a little further down in the lineup, so career against the Padres, our Rams truck due-up. Matt is number 6. Experience the power and toughness of Ram at your local dealer. Log on to ramtrucks.com to get to work. Guts Glory Ram. Zimmerman, Kendrick, Adams, a combined career 9 for 19 against Clayton Richard. Ryan 5 out of 12, most of that. Ball hit the ground, the catcher's mitt, and I think it came up and got Ryan on the side of his cheek there. 1-1. Great job of hitting that with authority the other way. Ryan Zimmerman back in the lineup. Good to have him in that 4th spot.
Good swing, good game plan. It seemed like Clayton Richard's going to keep everything away from Nats hitters. A lot like Tyson Ross did last night to right-handers. So there goes the no-hitter. Ryan Zimmerman back with a sharp single here in the 2nd. Nice swing.
So Howie Kendrick was in the on-deck circle watching that. So adept at doing what Ryan just did, and that's off-speed outside. Howie 3 for 3 career against Richard. Target away. And Howie shoots it the other way. Ryan did get back. Good job of getting back to the bag.
All right, all the talk has been about Matt Adams' offense. But what about his defense? He's flashing a little leather no matter where you put him. Robbing a home run during the homestand. We had his vertical on StatCast at 41 inches right there. And then, how about this one last night? This is just sheer effort. Steven Strasburg had a brain cramp, didn't get over there, and Matt Adams took care of it himself. Great hustle. Looked gnarly for a second. He came out of it okay.
Yeah, one of those homers he hit against a lefty last night. Took a breaking ball for Matt Strahm out of here. So last 11 games, 19 RBIs on 8 homers, batting .421. Just crazy good. And he wanted to bunt for a single, ball outside. 2-0. So again, they overlap the third baseman Villanueva. That's Freddie Galvis, shortstop alone on the left side.
Check this out. We asked for it last night. We got it tonight. Average home run distance, 401 feet. 7th. But check out the bottom. 4,005 total feet of taters. All 10 of them.
Yeah. Almost 4/5 of a mile. And that's outside, 3-1.
Just the FYI, too, on Clayton Richard. He has one of the best left-handed moves.
He's given up 6 homers this year. Opponent's batting average .298 coming in. Gets the borderline call, and that fills it up. Mercedes-Benz pitch cast.
Oh, we have it.
It's back.
Oh, I am. Pitch cast, you complete me. We're good.
All of the guesswork taken out of this telecast suddenly. Hope you all had a good day celebrating the Caps win. Nats won last night. Things are hopping in DC. Adams just flips it out of play.
That's a good foul ball. Borderline pitch. He just got one called on him out there. Last second emergency hack to stay in the fight.
So in May, Adams first in homers, runs, RBIs, 4th in walks. That's a nasty breaking pitch from Clayton Richard and his 3rd strikeout. 2 outs for Pedro Severino. So Severino be the first Nat to bat tonight who has not faced the Padres lefty. Hellickson on deck. Pitcher, of course, batting 8th again tonight with Michael A getting that number 9 assignment.
I always thought when you came east to west, the second day was the fight the jet lag day for a player.
Ball gets away. Ryan Zimmerman evidently never saw it.
That's odd because he's one of the best base runners we've seen over the years. He couldn't have seen that. There's no way. Check it out. I don't know if Pedro was telling him to stay or go. He's kind of waving him to second right there, but by the time he saw it, it was probably too late.
That's a strike call, 2-1. "13 hits, 52 at bats."
He might have to work with Bob Henley on his go sign, though.
That wasn't emphatic enough.
Tighten him up, Hen.
3-1 pitcher on deck. Inside the Numbers presented by PNC Bank. Make today the day. So the Nats since April 25, second only in the bottom category. Started the night 10 runs behind the Braves for the most in the league. Called out on strikes. Severino didn't like strike 2, and he really didn't like strike 3. 4 Ks for Richard first 2 innings. Ryan Zimmerman stranded at first.
Really fills up the strike zone. He has the highest first pitch strike percentage of any starting pitcher in the major leagues, and among total pitches he has the highest percentage of strikes, or rather the 5th highest percentage of strikes among big league starters at just under 69%. Now some pitchers can get away with throwing that many strikes with high velocity, but Hellickson doesn't have that. So Davey Martinez says that Hellickson is still able to have success because he's very smart and has a really good game plan. Davey's saying Hellickson has an understanding of who he can put away and who he has to be careful with. So while he might not strike a lot of guys out, Davey says he uses his defense really well and he works through a lineup really well as well, guys.
Well, 1, 2, 3 first on 14 pitches. Franchi Cordero, Jose Perella, Rafi Lopez, bottom of the second for the Padres. Now that he's faced Jankowski and Hosmer, only other Padre who has hit against Hellickson is Freddie Galvis, down in the number 7 spot. There's another first pitch strike.
Yeah, his curveball percentage is up this year. Last year he threw it 12% of the time. This year he's throwing it 22% of the time. We've seen a lot of them already tonight.
Showed bunt and the breaking ball low.
Pedro held that for a second, saying, "You just called me out on a pitch in that same spot. What's up, dude?" I think I heard him say that.
One. Mile high out to center. Taylor, final adjustment to his left. 4 in a row for Hellickson to start the game.
All right, your favorite Superfan section is back. K Street returns Friday, May 18th. For just $39, get your K card, exclusive K Street t-shirt, and cheer on the Nats from the field level seats as they take on the Dodgers. Visit Nationals.com to get your K Street tickets today. K, you know what I mean.
Jose Perella next, hitting .264. Had a real good night last night. Padres had 8 hits. After hitting into a double play, he had 3 of them after that. 3 singles, 1 drove in a run. Padres did not die easily last night after the Nats had the big lead.
Had a great play on a Bryce Harper one hopper.
Yes, he did. Two National League East teams made it to 20 wins tonight. Acuna hit a homer. 1-0 Braves win at Tampa Bay, and the Phillies at home beat the Giants. So they stay a half game apart. Nats could leapfrog the Mets, who lost tonight, beaten by the Reds. A couple of guys changed dugouts. Matt Harvey traded for catcher Devin Mesoraco. So the Mets losing a half game tonight so far. Nats could leapfrog and think about tomorrow night when Gio will pitch against a rookie.
Not many options for the dark night after games in Cincinnati.
There may be more across the river than they are in downtown Cincinnati.
It's not Manhattan, is my point.
It's not.
Or Gotham.
Had him reaching. Ball hits the side of the mound. Trey Turner on the run on the jump. 2 outs.
If you jump, we'll show it again. Just standard. If you make a play and you jump in the air and throw, we are going to show it every time. I think Trey's got this wired. He's like, they're going to show routine plays my whole career. But the bubble with the jump might add a point to the scale in that play. Do you see him blowing a bubble and jump?
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff we were dealing with on that play. Nicely done.
Rendon alone on the left side with Rafi Lopez, the catcher, stepping in. 6th game at the big league level with the Padres this year. He's 2 for 12. Big league cups of coffee with the Cubs, Reds, and Blue Jays previously. Infield to pull, outfield the other way. Oh, and 2.
Trying to get him to chase a curveball. I haven't seen the front hipper with 2 strikes yet. Jeremy's a lot like Tanner in that regard. He'll run that fastball right back against lefties.
And the 2-2 had him way out ahead. With the target in, he delivers it right in there and fouled back by Lopez. Nationals' upcoming schedule brought to you by Sandy Spring Bank, where they help people and businesses reach their goal every day. From here for 150 years, Sandy Spring Bank. Big 4-gamer coming up at Arizona, including the ESPN Sunday night game. 2-2 pitch. Count goes full. Gio against Joey Lucchesi tomorrow night. Rookie lefty who's 3-2 in 7 starts. Put up some pretty decent numbers so far. We'll see him for the first time.
Sounds like he's connected.
3-2.
I'm looking at Jeremy's last 2 starts, 57 pitches and 61 pitches. So there's plenty in the tank tonight for Hellickson. And I think, you know, if he keeps up what he's doing or what he's done the last 4 starts, the story tonight is going to be, does Dave Martinez let him try to get through a lineup 3 times? There it is right there.
Yeah. Run support could have a big time effect on that.
There's a lot of factors that go into that besides just the numbers, you know, of how he fares 3rd time through. What does he look like tonight? What are his numbers against his team? What is the score of the game? When's his turn coming up to hit? All that stuff.
Nissan pitch cast. Started this inning with 14 pitches, and he was headed for a quick one. Rafi Lopez, other ideas. Big, slow breaking ball. 2nd strikeout. 6 in a row for Jeremy to start his night. He'll lead off. Taylor and Harper to follow. San Diego, so gorgeous.
San Diego. Speeds of curveballs. Just kind of watching him talk between innings. Hard curveball versus just a get me over soft curveball. Getting extended on it. And how about Steven's night last night? 7 strong innings. Like we called it, it was a hard hat lunch pail night for Steven last night. Gave up 3 runs on 6 hits over 7. Struck out 5, walked 1. Threw 109 pitches, 72 of those for strikes, but did a nice job in getting his 4th win of the year, so he goes to 4-3, has a 3.52 ERA now.
Strasburg, he of 11 ground ball outs last night.
Yeah.
There we go, top 3. Hellickson 0 for 7 this year, but a 156 career hitter.
That's curveball talk going on right now. I mean, Hellickson's thrown a lot of them tonight, so it's probably the topic in the dugout. I mean, 2 of the best right-handers in baseball talking about curves. It's Max's 4th best pitch. It's probably Steven's 2nd best pitch behind his changeup. We're talking about release point, grip.
Target away 0-2. Hellickson takes it up the middle, hits the side of the mound, and Perella knew he had time.
Now Max has got a ball in his hand. Well, he put it in his left hand now. Fastball, curveball, release points. Anthony Rendon's thinking about doubles in the background.
Maybe thinking about his new favorite player.
Honest, If we ever did it one game and we had the box where we show the leadoff at first and we just left it in the dugout, it would be my dream come true. I love when we're in the dugout.
One ball, one strike to Michael A. Taylor.
Trey's doing his Joey Votto impersonation right now. Definitely Joey Votto.
Underhand toss to Hosmer, 2 quick outs.
All right, big homestand coming up. The Yankees are coming to town. The Dodgers are coming to town. Ryan Zimmerman is definitely coming to town. The homestand concludes with the Padres you're seeing right here. Visit Nationals.com to get your tickets. Huge, huge homestand. They'll be there.
So as Bryce Harper walks to the batter's box, infielders scramble to the right side, including the third baseman. Bryce struck out swinging first time. Richard likes to use that fastball a lot. Throws it about as much as any pitcher in baseball. He's mixed things up pretty well. Nats go 1 for 9 with the Zimmerman single first time through the order. Harper rips one. Second baseman out there, Perella. And that's it. The Nats go 1, 2, 3. 8-pitch third inning for the effective Clayton Richard.
Supply all the metal to the western part of the United States. That is not a fact. Watch every out-of-market regular season game live at home or in the office or on the go with MLB.tv. I was watching it tonight while PitchCast was down. I'll show you the pitches, the speed, the location. Visit MLB.tv for details.
Yeah, we were kind of checking out a no-hitter that took place in Toronto tonight. James Paxton of the Mariners. 99 pitch no-hitter, 7 strikeouts, 3 walks. Freddie Galvis, bottom of the third, 0 for 2 career against Hellickson.
You mean there was another game on besides Yankees and Red Sox?
There were a whole lot of other games played tonight.
Really?
Yankees, by the way, beat the Sox, and they're tied atop the AL East. Both 25 and 10. Giancarlo hit a couple. Well, he's got some kind of drop and control on that curveball tonight.
Yeah, he's liking it.
That's a great running fastball to the outside edge.
So that building, Carp, was built in 1909 for $60,000. That's a lot of money.
A fortune then.
Yeah, in 1909.
It's about 60 years before the Padres were born.
Well, that's my favorite part about this ballpark. There are a lot of cool things about the ballpark, but the brick building down the line, and if the ball goes one way on the yellow line, it's foul. If it goes the other way, it's fair. They built it right on the corner, so you know just by which way the ball ricochets if it's fair or foul.
Brilliant. Howie Kendrick waiting in right field for that one. 7 straight for Hellickson. Let's go around the league. Got a couple notes for you. So there's the Paxton no-hitter. I think that's the 6th in Mariners history. Pretty impressive for their short time. Harvey, the Mesoraco deal. Some cash went with Mesoraco to New York to make up the disparity in salaries for those two. And Giancarlo is hit number 8 and 9 tonight. We saw his first one up here. We're watching in the press room. He's spread out and closed up that stance.
Even more closed than he was last year.
Manuel Margot, 185. 2 hits, a triple, RBI single last night. He was on 3 times. .30 for the first time. Hellickson career still looking for that 70th win. 69 and 69, 202nd career start. 2 and 4 against the Padres with a high ERA, 6.70 in 8 starts. Mercedes-Benz on the 3-0 pitch.
Stanton's been DH, and I'm wondering how the Yankees are going to work that whole thing when we get home. National League game, pitcher's got a hit.
Yeah.
Judge has been playing right field. Gardner's playing left. Maybe you put Stanton or Judge in center. I think Judge played center this year. That's probably how they'll do it.
Swing and a miss. 82 kind of floating in there, and Manuel Margot couldn't get to it. What a battle back from 3-0.
Yeah, nice 3-0 comeback by Jeremy Hellickson here, and then just floats a changeup in there. He's not afraid to throw the changeup into righties. You know, your eyes light up. You rarely see a changeup inside. Why? Because it might come back over the plate and go far, but he's not afraid to throw it in there, and it works for him. Richard can hit.
Yeah, 2 for 11 this year. He's a 119 career hitter, which may not sound that impressive, but he has 3 career homers, 28 RBIs, and he's gone deep this year. On April 9th at Colorado, Richard and Carlos Asuaje went back-to-back home runs against John Gray of the Rockies. Gets out there and goes after that heater. Michael A. Taylor cruising to it. And Jeremy Hellickson, 9 in a row. Trey Turner, Rendon, and Zimmerman coming right up. Buy the all-wheel drive RAV4. Toyota, what drives you? Visit buyatoyota.com for great deals. No score, Hellickson 9 in a row. The Nats only have one hit. Trey Turner about to lead off. High drama in the clubhouse these days, Dan. Who likes who? Who's betraying who? You have more.
Yeah, Bob, here's my hard-hitting journalistic report of the day. We all remember last year Trey Turner and Anthony Rendon having so much fun declaring each other the other's favorite player. They had T-shirts made and all that. Well, Matt Adams has been going so well that during yesterday's game, Anthony Rendon informed Trey that Matt Adams is now his favorite player. Trey said, I got kicked to the curb. He was a little upset about that. Well, I checked in with Matt Adams today. I said, you know, what's going on, man? You're kind of ruining a good thing here. He said, well, I popped out in my final at-bat last night in the 9th inning, and after that at-bat, Rendon informed me I'm back down to number 2 in the rankings. So Trey's still the number 1 favorite player in Anthony Rendon's book. I guess 7 homers in 7 games isn't enough to earn the top spot.
Wow, what a fickle friend.
This is like National Enquirer stuff from Mass and Dan. You gotta love triangle going on.
We'll keep you posted, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Nats Inquirer Dan Kolko.
Well, there was
Turner out to short first time.
Pitching change last night. And I saw Anthony Rendon go over and check on Matt Adams after he slid into first with that diving play to make sure he's okay.
Trey Turner gets a pretty good piece of that one. Margot has it dies well in front of the track for the first out. 4th inning.
So Anthony Rendon last night, couple of doubles. First time up, he lined out to left. Second time, fly ball to left. He looked like he was on Tyson Ross all night. So a double in the 6th, then another double in the 7th. Trey Turner scoring from first. That was fun to watch, by the way. And then this one short hops the wall in the Rocket League sign. So 2 for 4 with a walk on base 3 times. Tony Two Bags living up to his nickname.
That is close to the bag and just to the right on the signal by Mike DeMuro. No balls, 2 strikes to Rendon. Zimmerman on deck. Top 4. Guys know the strike zone's been pretty low tonight. Anything down there better be hacking on 2 strike counts. Called 3rd strike. We welcome those of you who watched the Orioles game tonight against Kansas City. Anthony Rendon's just been called out on strikes. So tonight here in San Diego, Nats Padres game 2 of the 3-game set. Clayton Richard pitching really well. Jeremy Hellickson of the Nats pitching really well. He's had 3 perfect innings. And now with 2 outs in the 4th, strikeout number 5 for Richard. Only Nat with a base hit. Ryan Zimmerman steps in.
He's the other way on a fastball.
A clean single to right, leading off the 2nd. Nationals have won 8 of 9 and 9 of their last 12.
Coming in.
Couple of pitchers tonight who just look so free and easy on the mound.
Well, Richard doing a nice job with his fastball. We talked about the usage 71% of the time, but he's just moving it around early in the count away, trying to pop it in late.
And Zimmerman, a hopper to the right side for Jose Pirela, and the Nats go in order in the 4th. 2 pitchers in total control in this scoreless game. Old Jack Murphy Stadium, where the Padres used to play, was the first place where fish tacos really sort of became famous all around baseball. And they have taken it to a whole nother level here at Petco Park.
Do you think they put that much meat on the taco just because the camera's on? They like triple up.
League leaders from Coons.com. When you're talking cars, you're talking Coons. Look at this. The Nats, 17 games in a row allowing 5 runs or fewer. Nobody else even close. 17 in a row. Second time around, Jankowski against Hellickson. Jankowski threw his bat and thought he walked first time. It got called out on strikes on a low pitch down around the knees in the zone, according to Trip Gibson, and that one inside edge. Severino shuffles to his left. 1-1. So Hellickson first 3 innings, 46 pitches, 29 strikes, 3 strikeouts. It's kind of the way he starts his games. Great rhythm. Very little happening offensively. That sounded like a busted bat, and that's 10 straight.
Sunday, May 20th, Nats and Harris Teeter are teaming up for Kids Superhero Cape Giveaway Day. First 10,000 kids ages 12 and under receive a cape. Plus, they'll be able to take flight on the bases after the game. You can run around like a crazy person with a cape on. Visit nationals.com. Screech is digging it.
Hellickson's last start against the Pirates Thursday. 2 hits in 4 innings, and then he gets a 1-2-3 fifth. Got the first 2 batters in the 6th. Adam Frazier got a base hit and he was taken out. But at the time, that was a scoreless game. The Nats would go on to score 3 in the 6th. But Sammy Solis came on to get the last out of that 6th inning and became the pitcher of record. So Hellickson was close to getting a W. And he's pitching very well here.
No, he's a guy that's so deliberate in his tempo, but also his windup. And guys that have like slow windups like he does and then rush you at the end, it can be tough to time him. So not only is his stuff and his location good, but watch his delivery. It's just doop, doop, and then boom, he rushes you. So his stuff plays out. Kind of lulls you to sleep with the delivery. You know, the slow, and then boom, here comes the arm. And the ball will get on you in a hurry. So just watch how he just holds that balance point, everything smooth, and right there is where he rushes you. So I used to think these guys would lull you to sleep. It's tough to time them up. Just maximizing every little bit he can get out of his ability. Tremendous fielder, former Rookie of the Year. But doesn't overpower you, right? Just mixes it up, has deception delivery, and gets you off balance.
1-2 pitch. Tries to backdoor that curveball. Rendon's got to wait for the hops. Hosmer slides in and he's out. Anthony Rendon had to wait forever for that ball and then really gunned it to Zimmerman.
I mean, what a play. The quick hands of Anthony Rendon. This ball had English on it, and it kind of skipped back towards second base. Watch the last hop. It's going to go towards second. Watch. And he fields it and gets rid of it all in one motion with something on it. I mean, that ball had all kinds of spin on it. Look at the transfer from glove to bare hand, and then the velocity on the throw all in one motion. That was impressive, folks.
Here's Villanueva.
They got the picket fence on the left side.
Yeah. From a right-handed shift,
well, usually,
or from a lefty to a righty.
Yeah, usually you don't see him in a row. When it's on the right side, you know, the middle guy is usually staggered, but since it's shortstop, Trey Turner can't go in left field. He won't throw anybody out. So you get the picket fence.
In and out, up and down, changing eye levels, changing speeds. Hellickson in control here. Got Villanueva out ahead first time on a ground ball to Anthony Rendon. Target in. Inner half this time, struck him out. 12 in a row, 4 Ks. Hellickson brilliant, and the Nats need to get this guy some runs on a brilliant night in San Diego.
Same seats.
Because no matter where you serve or when you served, we stand ready to serve all military families.
Amazing night in San Diego. Pitchers rule. Who blinks first? Richards given up 1 hit, Hellickson none. Howie Kendrick hit the ball hard first time with Ryan Zimmerman on first. It was caught by the second baseman. That one not catchable. And Howie Kendrick just keeps on rolling. 330 now his last 14 games.
He lined out his first time up to second. This might have been off the bat, might have cracked the bat. But leadoff man aboard for the hottest hitter on the planet.
His consistency has been amazing this year. Adams got it to a long count before Richard struck him out on a breaking ball first time. First pitch target away from Lopez. The ball ended up diving down and in.
DC Lexus dealers donate $250 to the Children's National Health System for the first 200 homers hit by the Nats this year. Lexus, experience amazing.
Fastball, then hook, 0-2. Two pitchers have combined for 9 strikeouts without walking a batter tonight. Adams had to hack.
Tough assignment for Matt. I mean, Dave had to put him in there because he's locked in. But Clayton Richards is no easy ride for a lefty. Just because he's over on the first base side of the rubber. He's stepping toward his dugout, and he got a weird release point. So this can't be easy for a lefty. You see where he's throwing it? I mean, he's almost throwing it from behind Matt Adams. But you had to start him.
Yep. One and two, target away. Adams really turning on one.
They'd have been looking for a new pod squad girl if she tried to catch that one. That one was 104 miles an hour. good one. His hat looks too big to me. See that? Look at that. Doesn't it? There's like a room in the back. See that?
Yeah.
He's got a protective shell in there.
That was not on the scoreboard.
That was not.
1-2. Adams, left center. Great location for that hit. Howie Kendrick heading for third. Bob Henley's going to send him. Shortstop receives the throw. It's offline. Nats lead. And safe at third is Adams. On an RBI double, he took third on the throw. Nationals 1-0. Pretty exciting from the number 6 hitter right there.
Aggressive by Bob Sedley. Nobody out. The way this was shaping up from the booth, it looked like it was going to be bang, bang at home plate. Who's hotter than Matt Adams? Tell me. Anybody? Suggestions? And here comes Howie trucking around third. And look at when the throw was made. Howie was just getting to third. That looked like it was shaping up for an out. And then Matt Adams hustling on the backside.
Called himself safe.
Babe Adams does it again.
Here's Severino. Great chance to put the Nats up by a couple now. Zandy Green pulls in his infield here. 5th inning. Smiling, hitting, running, scoring. Howie Kendrick. Adams, by the way, RBI number 24. And he's getting himself in the top 10 in the league in runs batted in. He's already in the top 3 in homers. He has just been fabulous.
I mean, it's just such a beautiful piece of hit. And we talk about Richards on the first base side, crossfire and throw him behind him. He didn't try to pull him. He just stayed on the ball, used the whole field. He's been yanking everything out to right, but the adjustment with 2 strikes, going the other way, putting the ball in play, putting his team up 1-0.
Severino 7 RBIs on the year. '27th time the Nats have scored first.
Padres are 2-22 when their opponents score first.
That's a base hit, and it's now 2-0. 3 hits in a row. The line moving in the 5th. Hellickson next. Severino now 14 for 54 on the year.
So same seats with Jeremy Hellickson on the mound for obvious reasons, but the line moving here in the 5th. Did Pedro get him on the backswing? Might have got home plate umpire Chip Gibson. Either way, it's a knock. Matt Adams comes back to the dugout, a hero once again. 2-0 Nats. Might as well smile. We're getting like 7 hits a night.
He had 3 hits in this series already, plus a walk. Hellickson 1 sacrifice this year, and that's a foul ball. Looked like it might have gotten Rafi Lopez on the bare hand.
It's big too. I mean, gets him in there tomorrow. I'm sure his skipper kind of looking to see how he'd handle a tough lefty tonight. Left on left.
Oh, 2. He's going to switch up and swing on a play.
Well, he can swing. I mean, he's a good athlete. Former Gold Glove winner, former Rookie of the Year. Pulls it back. It's a good hack.
Choked up on that bat. Committed to bunting here, and he bunts into a strikeout. First out, 5th inning. So Matt Adams and left-handed pitchers, Dan Coco, what's happening?
Well, Bob, his career average against lefties coming into today was 207, but he put in a lot of work this spring training with new hitting coach Kevin Long, who approached him with an idea to open up his stance against lefties, and he feels that that's really allowed him to recognize spin better and stay off that slider down and away.
Taylor trying to bunt for a hit. Very well played by Villanueva. Severino to second on the second out.
Good idea. He was going for a base hit. They'll give him a sacrifice. That always happens. A little more line. He's got himself a knock, but Villanueva's momentum was going toward first base, and he made a nice bare hand play.
And not a bad idea by Michael A. Taylor. Top of the order now, Bryce Harper. This is a right-handed pitcher. He'd probably be walked. But Richard has handled him twice, striking him out swinging, and then a ground ball on the shift out to Perella, the second baseman.
Well, he hit it hard last time, and he's due.
Front door breaking ball, maybe the last thing Bryce was expecting.
If he's thinking like Matt Adams here with 2 strikes, he's got a really good chance. He's thinking left center, right? Just so hard to pull Clayton Richard. He could do it. I mean, we've seen him turn on left-handed pitchers before, but if he's thinking right where there's nobody playing over there on the left side of the infield, he's thinking right.
0-2. Harper strikes out on a fastball. They have frustrated Bryce in this series. 0 for 7 with a walk. Hit it hard a couple of times. That guy keeps hitting it everywhere.
Next, we'll show you some Jeremy Hellickson strikeouts tonight. There's a little run back fastball. Nice frame by Pedro Severino. Look at the big hook. It's high, it's low, it's right down the middle. And then the elevated changeup, I believe that was. And that might have been a changeup too to Villanueva. The 100% fiber optic network means more speed for more devices at once. Visit getfiles.com.
Well, quite a ball game so far. Hellickson 12 in a row. Now the Nats have given him some of that run support we were talking about earlier. 4-5-6 Cordero Perella Lopez. 58 pitches, 37 strikes. Franchi fly ball to Taylor first time.
That's fair game in case you're wondering.
Still early enough.
2-0 game, trying to win a baseball game. There's no time. It could be the 9th if you're trying to win a game and it's fair game.
Fastball away, hit that way. Adams drifting with it. We thought he might have to go above the wall again, but the ball fell short. 1 out, 5th inning. He was ready.
He saw it. He said, "Oh, this is carrying further than I thought." Right there, he had a little false step, but he goes back, finds the wall. Not a problem. 2 hands. See, that kid's even big leaguers use 2 hands. Well, some.
Crazy infield defense against Jose Perella. Ryan Zimmerman 40 feet off the bag at first. Howie right up the middle. Shortstop deep. Rendon even with the bag. We are seeing all kind of variations on different infield defenses. Nissan pitch cast. It's unhittable. Had some made good defensive plays on 2 hitters tonight. Perella the first on the Turner play, 2nd out in the 2nd, and then Rendon on Hosmer, 2nd out in the 4th. This one into center. Taylor back. He is there. 2 long allowed outs here in the 5th.
Cool night. Some thick air. Ballpark playing large right now, and Jeremy Ellickson is digging that. Nice play by both outfielders.
Here's the catcher, Rafi Lopez. Strikeout victim number 2 of 4. When he fanned, ending the 2nd. Rendon alone on the left side. There's that first pitch curveball dropping in.
Curveball's just filth tonight. I mean, he's got 2 of them. He's starting one real high and dropping it in for a strike, and then he's starting one real low that looks like it's tough to pick up because it's not popping up out of his hand. It's just coming out of his hand like his fastball, and they're not picking it up. Comes it. Another hook.
Swing and a miss. 15 in a row. Strikeout number 5.
Same seats, same bed, same room, same everything. Don't move a muscle.
I was going to say for some of you, same sheets. Well, the Nets got some runs last inning. Turner, Rendon, Zimmerman, top 6. Trying to add and pad that lead. Turner, ground ball to short, fly ball to center. Tapper right in front of the plate. Richard, glove, throw, and got him to Hosmer. So the Nats box, other than Zimmerman's leadoff single second inning, everything else in the 5th. When Kendrick, Adams, and Severino went back-to-back hits. Adams the big blow, the RBI double. Severino brought him in. Anthony Rendon has been called out on strikes twice. Rare.
You think Jeremy Hellickson was sitting around between starts going, let me think of a way that I could stay in the game to face the team for the 3rd time through? Maybe. Just kind of hanging out in the dugout, having a sip of Gatorade, Powerade, some sort of aid.
Anthony Rendon is in the hit column. Thinking 2 maybe. Now he'll pull up. Cordero got to it and got it back in quickly. Now the Nats have 5 hits. And they're coming off the bat of Rendon frequently now. He's been back for 4 games.
He wasn't waiting around for 2 strikes again.
Brad Zimmerman's gone the other way twice. Clean single to right field in the 2nd. Grounder to the second baseman Perella, ending the 4th. So Ryan now updated, 6 for 14 career against Richard. He was first pitch hacking and had a good rip. This guy, 51 strikes, 69 pitches through his first 5. But the Nats did some good hacking on him last inning. That fastball up, 1-1. Coming off an outing at San Fran 6 days ago, and he threw just 4 innings. Giants got him for 6 earned runs, 7 runs total on 8 hits. Ryan Zimmerman rolls 1, and they should be able to turn 2. Galvis from Perella, and this one is heading into the bottom of the 6th. 2-0 Washington.
Best friends, maybe current best friends. I can't keep track anymore. Trey Turner with the jump throw. He had a fracture of the relationship last night. Matt Adams got in the way. Watch the release there. The transfer and release. We're going to StatCast this for you. They tell me anything below 1 is good. Look at that, 0.5 seconds with something on it. That was a sneaky great play by the Nats third baseman. Geico, 50 minutes could save you 50% or more on car insurance. Visit geico.com to see how much you could save.
Bottom 6, Freddie Galvis played to pull slightly, but not a shift. Ground ball to Howie Kendrick, leading off the third. And leading off the sixth, ground ball to Howie Kendrick. 16 in a row. Margot, 3-0 count first time. And then Hellickson battled back to strike him out swinging.
Change up, 3-2. There it is again. Change up in.
Good looking fastball just off the edge. 1-1.
Pitch count reasonable.
Those 93 came in a second start, 5 1/3 at the Dodgers. Last 2 starts very economical. The 57 against the D-backs in 5 1/3, and then 61 in 5 2/3 against the Pirates. That curveball has been devastating tonight. Mercedes-Benz pitch cast. Swing and a miss on a breaker away. Strikeout number 6. He's had 1 K in every inning so far.
I mean, everything's moving all over the place. You can't think with him. Look at that thing takes a left at the very end. That was what, 80? It could have been a cut changeup. Or was it? Who cares? 2 outs.
Yeah, and this is not the ordinary pitcher stepping in. Clayton Richard, good hitter, runs the fastball to the outside edge.
Having a catch in a nice rhythm. Every pitch at his disposal whenever.
Yeah, Rafi Lopez fouled off a bunch of pitches back in the second. And now he is through 6. 7 strikeouts, 18 in a row. Kendrick, Adams, and Severino on a pitcher's night in San Diego. Nationals and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Washington Nationals. Gaslamp Square, Hellickson having quite a ball game. This one goes to the 7th, 2-0 Nats.
4 sips of Powerade, take it back to the clubhouse. For every Nationals Walk Care First Blue Cross Blue Shield contributes $50 to support boys and girls clubs of Greater Washington. The Nats have drawn 164 walks for a total of $8,200. Care First encourages each of us to take that first step towards a healthier and more active lifestyle.
Howie Kendrick got the rally started 2 innings ago with a drive to left center. So Carreri's now 4 for 5 against Clayton Richard, who just threw his 78th pitch. He's coming off an 8-pitch inning. Hellickson coming off a 10-pitch 6th.
I realize it's school night. I realize it's late. You might want to wake up the kids. Sleep when you're dead.
One and two. And on a breaking ball, diving. Strikeout number 8 for Clayton Richard.
All right, Yankees are coming to town. First time in 3 years, May 15th and the 16th. Watch Bryce Harper, Anthony Rendon, Ryan Zimmerman, and the Nats play the Yankees. Let's turn the park red. Visit Nationals.com today.
Matt Adams, the at-bat of the night. Behind in the count. Lefty. Took it to the gap in left center. RBI double last time up. He took third on the throw, and then Severino brought him in with a single. That one to Perella on the shift in right field, 2 outs. RBI guys, Severino is next. Pedro now hitting .269 in part-time action with 8 runs batted in. He's going to line one to right center. The ball's got some velocity on it, so Jankowski can't cut it off. Severino aggressively into second base. And Hellickson will have a chance to add to the lead here.
A nice night for Pedro. Single last time up, double this time up. Kind of stuck down there under the pad. 107-mile-an-hour double for the Nats catcher. And now, as Bob said, Jeremy going to try to help himself out.
He has 13 career RBIs. By the way, updating Severino, now hitting .273. He's always been a good hitter. And Hellickson will lift one out of play right side.
Someone just tweeted at me, "Wake the kids up does not go with same seats." You could just scream. You don't have to get up to wake the kids up. Start yelling like a banshee. Look it up.
Hellickson, fair ball. He does get his 14th career RBI. He'll cruise into second base here. Scoring is Severino, and the battery provides 2-out lightning for a third run here. First base hit as an Nat.
Well, his favorite player growing up was Derek Jeter. He just looked like him right here with an RBI double. Easy send for Bob Henley. Pedro Severino, 2-out double. Now Jeremy Hellickson with a 2-out double.
Here's Taylor, way outside.
Michael A needs a feel-good knock right here.
That he does. 0 for his last 17.
He'll lock in again. And he's been contributing on defense too, so as soon as he starts hitting things up the middle and the other way, the hits will start pouring in. He knows that. He's a good player.
2-2. Right at the shortstop, Galvis. Nats add a big run. Jeremy Hellickson, take all the time you need to get back to the dugout.
Hold true moment. Let's go back to the 5th inning. Howie Kendrick got the party started with a leadoff single. Then guess who with 2 strikes? Matt Adams goes shopping in the gap. A double. He'd advance to 3rd with a little hustle. Guy's doing everything. And then Pedro Severino with the base hit, and that scores Matt. There's the first 2 runs for the Nats in the 5th inning. The game summary. Talk amongst yourselves.
Top of the order, San Diego Padres, bottom 7, Jankowski, Hosmer, Villanueva. Strikeout, ground out. 2-0.
Well, it starts the third time through.
Rendon on the grass at third. Well placed. Base hit number 1 for the Padres. Jeremy Hellickson will have his perfection ended on the 83rd pitch of the night.
Thought he might go 2-1 curveball here after falling behind, but he went with the fastball, and Jankowski was on it. You know, this was his test right here with Jankowski and Hosmer, third time through. If he got through that, then we're talking serious perfect game. But there's the first hit, there's the first base runner, and I'm going to try to get a ground ball right at somebody, but
Hosmer, fly ball to center, grounded to third. Actually, that high chopper to Rendon.
I feel like every night there is something like this going on in Major League Baseball lately. Like, how many no-hitter updates are you getting on your phone every single night?
Yeah.
I don't know if it's because of the shifts, because of the launch angle philosophy and everybody's hitting fly balls. You know, the analytics, people are standing in the right places. Hitters don't care about the strikeout, but it seems like pitchers, I should say, are flirting with no-hitters on a nightly basis. There was already one tonight. We were thinking perfect game until that. I just think it's maybe harder than ever to get a hit. I don't know.
Nets bullpen working. Good fastball there.
Is it that nobody chokes up and puts the ball in play with 2 strikes anymore? So now, you know, maybe you're getting deeper into games with no hits. I don't know.
I think all of those things, roll them up. They're all contributing. Hosmer didn't like the call. Well framed by Severino. Shift on. And Hosmer was trying to guide one down the third base line, but now it's 0-2. Ryan Madson off and up in the 8th, but we're coming into the heart of the San Diego order, and that's when Davey Martinez will flip things and have him pitch the 7th, Kinsler the 8th, and Dr. Dew in the 9th. That third run makes a big difference right here. Padres will have to get a couple of runners to get the tying a run in the box. Swing and a miss. Strikeout number 8. And Eric Hosmer is 0 for 7 against the Nats.
I mean, he's still got dirty stuff. That was a backup curveball at 79. And how many teams wish they had Jeremy Hellickson as their 5th starter?
Or 4th.
And whatever it is, yeah, or 3rd.
8 strikeouts.
2nd.
Previous high in strikeouts, the 5 at Dodger Stadium. One struck out 10 Angels back in 11.
Well, now the kids can go back to sleep. You woke them up. Sorry, I mean, it was history happening. You had to wake up your kids.
Villanueva ground ball to third, swinging strikeout. Jammed him. That'll keep it in the yard. Matt Adams, 2 down. Frenchie Cordero is next.
All right, how about some K's for Kids? A $44 donation by the Washington area Toyota dealers to the Children's Inn at NIH for every strikeout by a Nationals pitcher in the 2018 campaign.
Franchi Cordero, fly ball to center, one to left. Jankowski 2 for 2 stealing.
Yeah, decision for Dave Martinez, but first things first, you got to get out a guy with a lot of pop at the plate here.
And a ball driven to left. Adams on a hop. Jankowski right in front of the left fielder. And Matt Adams threw to third, and that gave second base to Cordero.
Yeah, aggressive play by Matt here. You can't really fault him. He thought he had a chance at third. The throw probably should have went into second. And here comes the skipper, and that's going to do it for Jeremy Hellickson. And if you're still up, stand up. And give him a standing O as he walks off at home. He deserves it. What a night.
Longest outing as an at. 2 hits, didn't walk anybody, struck out 8. And now the tying run is in the batter's box. Jose Perella when we bring you back. Ryan Madsen on the way. If you need expert printing, the UPS store has you covered. Together, there's nothing they can't solve. Brilliant night for Jeremy Hellickson. Your local independent American Standard Heating and Air dealer at MidAtlanticComfort.com. Looks like a view from Coronado Island over toward downtown San Diego. Petco Park on your right, all lit up on a beautiful evening. And here's Ryan Madsen for his 18th appearance. 14 Ks, 5 walks, 9 earned runs in 15 innings. Facing Jose Perella for the first time. There's that high heater for a strike. Jankowski the base hit. Cordero his hit, second on the throw. And a bouncing ball left side, Trey Turner. Hellickson will give up no runs tonight. Ryan Madsen gets a big out. Nets by 3 into the 8th. Brilliant tonight. Ryan Madsen, I think that's great. He comes out, gets the out. On a night like this, you'd love to see your starter leave. No runs charged against him. And Jeremy Hellickson, a night to remember as this so-called number 5 starter.
Yeah, no kidding. I mean, who wouldn't want to have him? And Ryan Madsen, that's a big out. I mean, you got a 3-2 game if he doesn't get an out right there. So Jeremy did his thing tonight. The curveball was just fantastic, keeping the Padres hitters off balance. The Padres were just no hit by the Dodgers. So I talked to Matt Stairs the other day, and he said he went to bed at 5 in the morning after his team got no hit, and he was staring at another one here tonight.
Bryce Harper, first pitch swinging in the 8th. Clayton Richards still in the game. So he's thrown 94 pitches, 67 strikes. Now Trey looking for his first base hit.
And I'm sure the Padres broadcasters are talking about Clayton Richards tonight. He's done a nice job.
Yep.
I mean, we're giving up 3 runs, but when you talk about his run support and getting help, he hasn't had a whole lot this year. He's received 0 runs of support in 3 of his 7 outings before tonight.
And that's kind of the life of a San Diego pitcher. They're a light hitting ball club, especially in their own ballpark where the ball does not jump at night. That's on the edge. Had a good pitch to Taylor. Right-hander Adam Simber. They have 5 righties and 3 lefties in their bullpen. This one to short for the charging Freddie Galvis, and 2 quick outs for Richard. Here in the 8th, no better time to act than today. PNC make today the day. Eric Fetty, pretty impressive in spring training, doing his thing at Syracuse, coming off a loss, but he's 1-1 in 6 starts so far, and about 3.5 to 1 the strikeout to walk numbers so far. Anthony Rendon, base hit last time. He's 1 for 3.
He was 0 for 2 last night, and he turned it into a 2 for 4. Can he do it again tonight?
So there's the flip-flop of the 7/8 inning scenario. Brandon Kintzler getting ready. And that ball driven deep to the gap in left center, hanging up enough for Cordero to get there. Nats go 1, 2, 3 in the 8th. It's up to the bullpen to hold on, up 3. Gio has won his last 2 starts. 1 run in 12 innings pitched. So he will take on the San Diego Padres. Will it be the Nats looking for a sweep? 6 career starts against them. 3.5 ERA. He's 3-2. Rookie lefty Joey Lucchesi facing the Nats.
He's ready. He's loose. That's Gio.
He lives loose.
Super nervous.
In a good way.
Super nervous about tomorrow. The Peanuts are back in town for a midweek series against the Salem Witches. Tuesday, May 15th through Thursday, May 17th. Wednesday is a second peanut-free game at the Fitz. That's presented by AUVI-Q. Don't know how to say that. Go to the website or call the number if you have any questions or concerns.
A lot of concerns, no questions. And here we go, bottom 8. Gio can't wait to salute the crowd tomorrow. He'll have his game face on tomorrow night. Lopez, Galvis, Margot. Here's Brandon Kintzler. Rafi Lopez has faced him before. 0 for 1 with a fly ball out. And that ERA is on its way down. Brandon has found his sinker lately and been throwing it for strikes. Nats to pull, not a shift. Nothing you can do about that one as it finds its way up the middle. Padres showed us last night, even when they were down big, they kept battling back. They got 1 in the 6th, 1 in the 7th, 2 in the 9th to make it an 8-5 final. Freddie Galvis, couple of ground balls to second base. 0 for 2 against Kintzler, strike 1. Look at the run back on that fastball. Elevated, not hittable.
I don't think Freddie thought it was a strike. I didn't either initially. Close enough, got the call. He'd like that one a little bit lower here and get a ground ball.
Target away, hoping for the rollover. 2-2.
And trying to fight to get that thing at the bottom of the zone. He's working for that ground, but right now he's a little bit strong with the sinker.
Last appearance, 2/3 of an inning Sunday. A run on a couple of hits.
As he wants everything where that first pitch is or lower. So he's fighting to get that release point on top and just drive that sinker into the dirt.
Off the pitcher, a redirect, and it's a 1-6-3 double play. That ball was labeled for center field, and Kinsler redirects right to Turner.
Yeah, that was huge. You're right. That was going right back up the middle. Line drive, hits his glove, goes straight to Trey Turner. So sometimes it's good to be lucky, and Brandon Kinsler, maybe not lucky. I mean, that takes athletic ability to get the glove up that quick to redirect that. So he'll take the deflection on the 1-6-3.
This one to short from Manuel Margot. How quickly did that inning come to a close? To the 9th, 3-0 Nats.
World to pad that lead. Fios by Verizon Exmo will show you some offense. That's what the graphic said, offense. Matt Adams with the RBI in the 5th. Pedro Severino with an RBI in the 5th. And then how about Jeremy Hellickson after a double by Pedro? So there's some knocks and there's some Fios. The 100% fiber optic network means more speed for more devices at once. Visit getfios.com.
27-year-old right-hander Adam Simber, Padres 9th rounder 5 years ago, out of the University of San Francisco. He's a native of the Seattle area. And here in his rookie year, it'll be his 17th appearance. 21 innings, 18 hits.
Check that out. First player in Major League history to wear jersey number 90. That was
6'4", 180.
Wasn't even a fun fact on the board.
From down under, Ryan Zimmerman. That ball made a right turn to stay fair. Looked like it was going foul, and Ryan Zimmerman will take it big time for a 2-for-4 night.
Oh, he'll definitely take it. He's got about 10 more of those coming the way I see it. And that's what he's thinking at first, too. All the times he's lined out this year, hit a hard ground ball. Look at the mud on that. The dirt in front of home plate, I was down there when they were raking it earlier in the game. It's a lot softer than the other dirt. And my buddy and I were laughing. Nobody ever hits it in the dirt in front of home anymore with this launch angle stuff. Well, Ryan just did, and he got a hit.
That's a quagmire down there.
Sand trap.
Howie Kendrick 1 for 3. Sean Doolittle warming. Safe situation as the score stands right now.
If you're squeamish, don't look at Simber's front foot when he comes set. It's all discombobulated.
Hey,
yeah, it's all. He's triple jointed or something.
That's
watch. Seriously, watch.
Howie Kendrick lines one up the middle. Right now, the Nats' feet pointed in the right direction. Zimmerman towards second and Kendrick toward first.
I mean, you can't unsee that. If you're hitting, don't look below his waist. Just another lousy twofer for Howie Kendrick. Could have been a three-fer. He lined out his first time up.
Yeah.
Here we go. He's got all kinds of stuff going on.
Adams and Severino the next two, and Matt gets a right-hander for the first time tonight, and the Nats in a position to put this one out of reach.
I think the 90 is for the degrees that his foot is facing.
Or the level of our discomfort watching it.
I'm watching it. I don't care. Those are size 16s too. Look at that. They got big feet.
Two and 0.
2 and uh-oh.
That's a good way to put it. 8 homers, 20 RBIs. Last 12 games, including 3 ABs tonight. Wander Suero has joined Doolittle in case the Nats go up 5 or 6 here. And they're 1 pitch away from having the bases loaded with nobody out. Sean on your left is warm. He's just waiting to see if any more runs cross the plate.
Could also be 1 pitch away from 6-0. Got to be green light here, huh?
Three and 2. Bases loaded.
Good take. He was tempted on the riser. The Nats are looking to blow this thing open right here, right now.
And that is the first walk issued by either team tonight. Pedro Severino. There's Phil Maton. Pitcher spot next, and Andrew Stevenson has stepped out of the dugout with a bat and a helmet. Pedro's had a good night again. 2 for 3, single to left RBI, double to right center, strike 1. Infield in. Time given before Simber even started to come set. He looks like a combination of Steve Cishek and Mark Fidrich.
I was thinking Mark Fidrich too. I was thinking that about 2 minutes ago. He's not talking to the baseball though, or
Grooming the mound.
grooming the mound.
At the knees. 0-2. Zimmerman infield hit. Howie clean single to center. Adams a walk. 3-0 Nats and trying to put this one away. Frisbee way outside.
Good take.
This should be out of play.
Now Pedro's got the right idea. Pick up that release point and use the whole field. So tough to make these guys that throw sidearm get the ball down. You know, from the release point, the way the ball kind of rises, you have a tendency to chase that fastball above your letters.
Two. Got him. Outside edge. Nasty pitch. 1 out.
Yeah, this is paint right here from down under. Perfectly placed. Watch your release point. And it's darn near underhand.
Andrew Stevenson gets the call. 0 for 4 with an RBI as a pinch hitter. Taylor next as the Nats get down to the bottom of the order.
Yeah, interesting. The Padres are going infield in here. They don't feel like they can turn the double play on Andrew, so they're trying to cut down that 4th run at the plate, but leaving a lot of holes too.
1-1. Ball moving, darting, diving from this guy. Guys who have deliveries like this are not capable, as a rule, of throwing a ball straight. So a lot of times start your swing and it's not where you think it is by the time you make contact.
Or keeping their feet straight. That's just to keep his front hip closed, by the way. Look at, he's just trying to close that front hip and show you his heel. I feel like contortion is a deceptive delivery.
I don't think nearly enough pitchers do it. Pretty good battle for Andrew here. That's outside. 2-2.
Fighting. I like it. I feel like the more you see off a guy that has a delivery like this as a hitter, the better advantage you have. Especially left on right. You know, right-handed, this would be a tough one. Left-handed, he's kind of throwing it right into your bat path as long as you can make it be down and you don't climb the ladder with him.
Still 2-2.
That ball was struck.
Number 9 coming. Ball 3. Still 3-0 Nats.
It's a pretty.
Like Andrew's starting to really enjoy this too.
Well, I mean, this is off the bench too. Don't forget, pinch hitting's the hardest thing in the world, and he's putting up a good fight here. It's a good at-bat work, and he wants to finish it off on pitch number 11.
Yeah, when does a pinch hitter ever see more than 1 or 2 pitches
This
late in the game?
is impressive.
They jammed him. It's into center. Zimmerman at third. Ryan's coming home. It's a good throw. Safe! Head first dive, got the hand in. 4-0 Nationals.
No, I love the gamble. You're up by 3. The kid just came off the bench and gave you 11 pitch gem. They're going to check it. Mark McGuire on the phone in the Padres dugout. And we'll look at it again together, but this turns out to be a sac fly, which I think it will be. That's one heck of an at-bat by Andrew Stevenson and one heck of a play and slide by Ryan Zimmerman. I thought he got in there. We're pretty close to the action here. But I think Andy Green should challenge us, so you can't take him with you. Yeah, he's safe. It's not even close. Great play by Ryan, too. Great hustle, great slide.
Andy Green never gave it this signal with the headphones. He just came out to talk with Trip Gibson. And now Gibson's going to walk to the crew chief, Brian Gorman.
We're seeing if he left early. What do you got on the split screen? Oh, he's good.
We have those 2 shots synced up.
I just love the gamble and the aggressive nature. We talk about Dave Martinez's ball club going to be aggressive on the bases this year. That's a perfect example.
Well, if you want to make an appeal to third, isn't there a way to do it without having a 2-minute discussion at home plate?
Yeah, you just throw it to the bag.
Yeah.
You take the baseball and you throw it to third. You step on the bag and the ump either says safe or out. I'm not sure what this is all about. He's saying you could just appeal it and there doesn't have to be a challenge. But what I'm saying, this is far too complicated. Meanwhile, Simber's resting his ankle.
Davey Martinez coming out, wants to know what's going on. Man with the headsets approaching.
This is where it'd be cool if they had Mike, seriously, all joking aside. They just clicked it on like an NFL ref and said, we are reviewing whether the runner left early because they forgot to appeal it. I don't know. He's safe at home. Watch the hand on the plate right there. The tag's not even close. It's getting him on the tricep there. So check that box. And he didn't leave early based on the replay we showed you, so.
Yeah. Unless there's something they're looking at that we're not aware of, this should be quick. 4-0 Nationals. Zimmerman safe at home. What a great at bat by Andrew Stevenson.
You know, I know Ryan is such a good base runner, and maybe Bob Henley was in his ear, but that was kind of a payoff for the at bat, I believe. Let's take a chance here. This kid's fighting his life, fighting for his life with 12 pitches. Here's the appeal.
So first the tag and then the appeal, and the Nats win both counts.
We got something else going on now.
Trip Gibson and Bryce Harper chatting. Now something else is going to be looked at.
This is awesome.
And we've talked about this before so many times. Please, Major League Baseball, get some communication from down there to the PA announcer or the scoreboard operator so the fans know what's going on.
You got to appeal it first before you challenge it, I think is what we're doing here, yeah.
Everybody's safe.
Should be smiling after that at bat. That was awesome.
Who's your barber, Harper? God damn it.
Taylor 0 for 2 with the sacrifice. And Michael A trying to stay with that curveball.
I'm telling you, as a young player, Carp, you come off the bench and you have an 11-pitch sac fly to put your team up by 4 instead of 3. It feels like Andrew Stevenson just went 4 for 4.
Yeah.
And that's not easy.
That's his 7th RBI. Had the big game in San Francisco, of course. Michael A. Taylor scatters some Padres with a drive just over the dugout into the screen. Sean Doolittle has taken a seat. Yeah, throughout his career, Ryan Zimmerman has been a fantastic base runner. Strike call, inning over. The Nats pick up a run. Stevenson drives in Zimmerman. 4-run lead with 3 outs to get.
Drive of the game, and let's go back to the 7th inning. Perfect game in effect. And a 2-1 pitch. Travis Jankowski hits a ground ball up the middle with eyes, and that would be the first hit, the first base runner for the Padres. So Jeremy Hellickson flirting with perfection here tonight in San Diego. Hurry to your local Ford dealers for great savings on cars, trucks, and SUVs. What a night for Jeremy. Check it out. 8 strikeouts, obviously no walks, 91 pitches. The curveball was his best friend tonight, although he had a wicked changeup to go with it too.
Wander Suero with the Nats holding a 4-run lead. Chase Headley will be the pinch hitter. Andrew Stevenson stays in and plays left. So the Nats double switch. Matt Adams out, and the pitcher batting 5th. Suero right in there.
Now 2 pitches, cutter, curveball. He throws the cutter 85% of the time.
Headley and Suero makes the grab. Down he goes. Unbelievable reaction.
I mean, look out. That was right at his head. That was 100 miles an hour, folks, and watch the self-defense by Wander Suero. That was scary. I mean, there's no other way to put it. You can't even joke about that one. That was right at his head.
Here's Jankowski.
Good take. Chase Headley's thinking, what do I got to do to get a hit?
Yeah, probably the hardest hit San Diego ball tonight. Good action on that fastball, 1-2. Nats trying to win another series.
Tell you what, I've been impressed with the young man in the batter's box tonight. In the first 2 games, he's been real good in right field, real good on the bases, and he's a tough out. You know, we don't get to see him a lot, and obviously a small sample size, but he looks like he's got a bright future. I like the way he plays. And he's faster than I thought, too.
Yeah, played very little for the Padres last year. 27 games, 35 at AAA El Paso. 131 games at the big league level 2 years ago. And Suero's cutter just veering inside. 2 balls, 2 strikes with 1 out.
Make him swing it here.
Missed. 1 out walk. A little earlier Wednesday, 9 o'clock, Gio and Joey Lucchesi. Lefties will be battling.
Might get the lefty up again.
He's walking out there. Padres get 1 more runner, tying runs in the on-deck circle. Sean Doolittle's already been up twice in this series without coming in.
Ground ball right here, and everybody will be happy.
Hosmer 0 for 3 tonight. Runner goes. Safe.
Good call.
Nobody cares.
You should be an umpire. You'd have been a good umpire.
I did a little bit of that.
Yeah.
My daughter's playing softball.
Right in the hitter's ear, you'd rip the pages and say, "See you later."
Right up the middle, but we've got a guy there. It's Trey Turner, 2 outs. Jankowski to third. Nats have taken their best hitter and had him 0 for 8 in this series, and Villanueva, final hope for San Diego. Johnny Holiday, Ray Knight, late night duty. Nats extra post game ahead. In the air, right field, Bryce Harper, long run. The Nats win the series, and they'll go for a sweep tomorrow. 2 hours and 31 minutes of great pitching by Clayton Richard, but especially Jeremy Hellickson. Took a no-hitter, took a perfect game into the 7th inning.
I guess first decision, his first win as a Nat. He was brilliant here tonight.
So Suero nails down the 9th inning. Nats go 4-9-0, Padres 0-3-0. Right now, Davey carrying the ball club. Tomorrow, which for a lot of you is today, Gio takes the mound Wednesday evening. Coverage begins at 8:30 on MASN 2. This has been a presentation of MASN. Johnny and